Tonight, battling the stigma of a mental health diagnosis, a local mother says conversation is key, and that's why she's bravely opening up about her own journey with our Michelle Edmonds in an effort to show others how she is finding hope.
Do you need help up there?
Kylie Wiscombe describes herself as a happy-go-lucky person, but shortly after the birth of her second son, her mood changed.
There was one day I'm on top of the world, and then the next day I couldn't get out of bed. You know, it's like I don't want to face the world today.
Ready, set, go!
The highs and lows only got worse over the next year.
Hi, Max!
And Kylie's husband, Miles, was desperate for an answer.
He was looking for solutions, so he starts Googling, you know, what is this? And so he comes to me at one point and he said, maybe you have bipolar disorder, right? And I was like, ugh, what? That is so rude. Here, get your shoes on.
Yet suicidal thoughts scared the Boise mom enough to see a psychiatrist.
So she diagnosed me that day with bipolar disorder. Now that was a huge hit for me of like shame, right? Like, you know, this person that is high on life and having, you know, just, it was just really hard to hear that all of a sudden I have this bipolar disorder and that I'm not who I was and maybe I wouldn't be there again.
Kylie started taking medications, but trying to find the right concoction threw her into a tailspin.
I would go back and forth between coherent and lucid and not.
In full-blown mania, she ended up in the emergency room hallucinating about having a miscarriage. A court order sent her to a mental health hospital.
And if bipolar diagnosis was shame before, mental health facility, like that's revving up the shame right there. Like how did this happen? How did I possibly end up in a psychiatric hospital?
Kylie was released 2 days later and praises her husband for being her rock.
He held the hope for me, and that's what my organization Greater does now, is that he held that hope, and I want us to do that for anyone who's somewhere else and they, you know, are struggling.
From the depths of despair, Greater was born.
No shame in my game. Isn't that fun?
That's really cool.
Yes.
The nonprofit's goal is to stop the stigma surrounding mental health by sharing resources and authentic stories.
If we didn't have shame, if we could just get past this shame that we have, you know, we could help people. And there's no reason why we shouldn't be able to. So I started it because I wanted to help people.
Kylie sees herself as a work in progress.
Each time, each really hard thing gives me so much empathy and knowledge.
In the 5 years since her diagnosis, she's been hospitalized twice with what her children call fire brain.
It's just like she kind of goes crazy, and it's kind of like there's a fire in her brain.
I'm not crazy, I'm mentally hilarious.
But this mom will not allow herself to be defined by a disorder. Kylie Wiscombe knows she's greater than that, greater than the shame, and she's on a journey to help others find greatness too. Michelle Edmonds, 6 on Your Side.